buddy?
Well, I just broke Nate's only drill bit.
In this vlog series, I am transforming an old 3-story house into an eco home while living in my van conversion.
High safety. This is actually high safety compared to when I was doing this by myself.
Oh yeah.
Carry the board up, no hands, just only stand on the top. We're basically insulating and plasterboarding all around the door. This will be like a storage space up here. And insulating the back and the top. The wall has got like, 2 inches of wood on it, so it's pretty well insulated. We'll just put plasterboard on the ends. And then we'll move around to this whole fire situation, which we're going to have to need to think about the best way to insulate the wall without creating a fire risk. So I've got this rock wall, probably put that behind there. So yeah, just trying to get this stuff done today. So we've insulated the back, the sides, the top, and then the bottom I'm just going to put a piece of this chipboard, which would be like the bottom of the cupboard, and I'll be able to screw in a strip of plasterboard over that when it's done, and it shouldn't then mean we'd have to screw too much into a conduit, which I didn't really want to do. That's a bit of a moment of truth. So good, that's exact, which is a rare occurrence. Here, this is the last piece. This is going to come on the front of here. This will be the base of the cupboard. Inside here is a conduit. I've lifted the conduit up with some little bits of plaster so I can put some screws in here without affecting it. And then, with this bit on, rapidly come into sort of window completion, which is pretty cool. The whole house we're using this kind of more ecological insulation, which is like recycled cotton basically. It's really thick, it's really stiff, it's super nice. However, this is the chimney flue. And I do want to insulate this wall, but I don't really want to put the cotton here. I mean, the distance is probably fine. But I've got a rock wall left over from when we did the room under the balcony before. So we're going to use the rock wall, which is kind of disgusting stuff, like mask, gloves, like gets in any cuts and just, oh, it's horrible. And just feeling the back of your throat. Compared with this stuff's like super strong, it's solid, it's kind of like holds. This stuff sort of disintegrates if you hold it the wrong way. So we're going to basically put it in and we're going to wire it up so that it can't sag. And rock wool's like really pretty fire resistant. It will burn it in exceptional circumstances, but this is probably the best option to put kind of behind here. That's going to be the only rock wall in the house. So today we're going to work on the stairs. As you can see, we're already insulating. There's 2 ways to firm up these things against uneven walls. One is you put blocks and screw them in, like I have here. Where it's like thin and tricky, or like in a corner where there's not vast amount of pressure, I'm just slamming a little spray foam down it, and when that sets, it's actually going to be really firm across the whole length. So now we're just going to put this insulation on across all of this wall, and then we'll put the plasterboard on. It's a bit fiddly and awkward because it's in the stairwell, but it's not going to do itself. Ian's helping me today.
Okay, what's going on, Jacob?
Just trying to figure out what these are. I reckon it's for like a handrail for when Nate gets old.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I think we should just put a bunch of screws in. It's what Nate would have wanted.
And there's some like complicated stuff going on up there.
We've both got math PhDs, but we're both extremely impractical. So we cut this thing, and then now we're going to try and screw it to the wall with Nate's only drill bit. A little bit worrying, but what could possibly go wrong? Okay. we want to lift it up a tiny bit from the ground, right? Is it up a tiny bit?
Hang on a moment, I'll get a bit of wood and wedge it.
5 mil is very small. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Pencil.
So we want it on that side. Great, we're fine.
I don't know why, but it's just floating.
Great. Floating's good. No idea why that's not going through. Maybe I need to press harder, but I'm scared of breaking the drill bit.
What are you drilling into?
Metal.
You're gonna have to press a little bit.
Oh, it's got no battery in it. No idea. Alright, now we got metal going up there.
And up here.
And
Like
also
from the left-hand side of the beam.
Do we have one there?
We also have one here, yeah.
So let's just go into that.
What could possibly go wrong?
Buddy.
Well, I just broke Nate's only drill bit. Spain is on lockdown, so we can't get any more. And that's gonna put a major spanner in the works for continuing the work in this house during the apocalypse.
So as you can see now, we've put this board on, which goes around the window. It's a really fiddly one to do. The guys did quite a good job while I was doing the group shot for everyone. And as you can see, as we're coming down, putting on the insulation, getting it basically together, and then we'll just put another panel in, another one down here, and this will be finished today. So it's a bit fiddly because of the shapes of the stairs and getting it all accurate, but it looks really great when it's done. So I'm going to install aircon in this house. Now, here in Spain there are a few laws and rules we've got to deal with. One is, here at least, your unit isn't allowed to be over, say, public land or facing public roads. So behind this wall, from here onwards, is the roof of my barn. Kind of comes in at this angle, and obviously the square is outside that window. So I can put my AC unit here. You might be able to see I kind of dotted out a line of where it's going to go, and the gas pipes and electric will come through this wall. It will come up to the unit up here, and then another line will come across, and then go down through a hole downstairs. Now I'm told that you need to have 3 meters of the cable that the compressed gas in, of the pipe, so they might have to just do some loops behind the unit to finish it, else there's like irregular distances and it will have problems with the machine operating. The unit I've purchased is like the most efficient one I can buy, which isn't cheap. I think it comes in the unit and the two kind of ports, which will be upstairs, downstairs, comes in about 1,700 euros. The other thing with aircon here is you're not allowed to install it yourself. It's like a proper law, decree, whatever. So you're not allowed to install it yourself, which means obviously I've got to pay people to do it, which is a bit of a pain because I want to like insulate and spend the time and make it really, really good, but I've got to put the plasterboard up for them to take it down because they'll hang it on the plasterboard. So I don't feel great about that, but that's just what we've got to deal with. I can hopefully be on hand when they're doing the work to make sure that everything goes back in as tight as I want it, no cold spots, and just be really, really, really good job. It's finally getting warmer now. Flip-flops and t-shirts in the house. It's glorious. Now get the big drill. So this is around the fire. This is my insulated chimney. This is pink board, pink plasterboard, which is fireboard, and this is what you need to put around your wood burner fire or any fire which creates a lot of heat. So the wood burner will be standing quite a long way away from this, and the insulated pipe can be a bit closer. Should be still about 6 centimeters, I think, by the time it's in place. You just need to put a hole for the sensor to come out. This is a sensor which will tell the pump to come on, so it knows when the fire's turned on, and another hole for like an up-down light, which will be about here. So just mark down from the middle of the fire. So this shape is obviously a real pain. We're going to have loads of these. This is Ian. And to get this shape, basically Ian patiently glued, like made a shape, taped it on, made a shape, taped it on, made a shape, taped it on, and then made a structural piece. Now there's probably easier ways to do it, but we didn't have any tools, so we can't buy anything. So this is the way Ian made the shape.
And after some precision engineering, it fits really well.
We're going to take a little bit off the bottom so it's not touching the ground.
We were too precise.
We were too precise.
Yeah.
I'm in the process of turning these wide brackets, which I would have to really crush this underliner to one which will basically fit within the runnel. You're never really going to compress these to nothing, so it's going to damage some of the structural integrity of it. These are wide really, so they can make sure that people can get them on like wooden battens underneath the wood. So these I think will be perfectly strong enough with 2 or 3 big screws going into the wood of the roof. And there's like 2, they'll be about this far apart, so they'll be really strong. Basically I've got to cut the ends off all of these, and there's 48 of these, so that's 96 cuts of some very thick steel. So just gonna go at it with the angle grinder. It's gonna be really boring. Fortunately that I only had one small disc and it's pretty much dead, so did have some metal discs for this one, but it's pretty scary. It's a bit big for this, I think. Basically, because of coronavirus, I can't buy anything right now, so just to make do with what you got, try to be really careful. So today I'm going to put in a board which I salvaged from an old pallet. It's actually not bad plywood, and I'm going to put it up here. This will be my electrical panel, so I need to mount the big solar inverter, the cut-off switches for the solar. I'm going to put a new electrical box in. I got the electricians to put one in before when they did all the cables, but it's too small and in the wrong place. So basically I'm going to attach this board up. Oh, so the switches on the sensor didn't move enough. Yeah, so this board will come in here, and if I want to, then I can kind of always mount a cupboard around it or close it in or something, but for now I'm just going to get something that I can screw everything else to, and it should work pretty well. The solar inverter is huge, real beast of a thing. It's a nice day today outside, so it'd be better to be outside than in the dark sort of basement. So yeah, just putting in little rule plugs. There's going to be quite a bit of weight hanging on this, so I'm going to go probably a little bit overboard. So the last thing you want is this stuff falling down. Once you've plugged all your expensive good gadgets in, the only chance is that you put in too little. If you put in too little, you're in trouble. So to do this, basically I put one screw in, put one screw back in, I drew a load of holes through, and I could see in the plaster where it was. Now I've got this screw back in, and all these others now should line up because I just used the drill to mark into the plaster where it was. And I've got so many that if there's just like 1 or 2 down, it doesn't really matter. So I've got my bases covered. It's getting pretty strong. It's coming together nice. Because this wood's kind of thick and a bit on the cheap side, it's just bending in when I need it to. It's quite good. There we have it. Nice board. I can fix all my electric gubbins onto. Unboxing's a thing, isn't it? Anyway. Here we have, this is the solar inverter. This is just the frame it will go on because it's just really big and heavy. It's a Solex one. It's an absolute monster. Weighs, hey, good 25 kilos, and this is gonna help power the house. It's a good kit. At some point I'll do like a full overview of the solar kit, what I'm using, why I'm using it, and also included conversations with Solar Ron, the guy who basically helped me spec it out and distributed the kit to me. So first thing, I guess, to work out which way this up goes. This way. screw this in, and that'll be where my solar inverter goes. And that, for this bit, is kind of done for today. It's funny, you have these ideas in your head about how long stuff's going to take. Like, oh, I've got to do that, it's going to take ages. But actually it's just like 20 minutes work. And then you can just move on to the next thing. Up on the roof, it's time to put in the first of the solar panels.